Hello and welcome to today's Law of Attraction Oracle reading. Today is for Earth signs. What I do here is I teach Law of Attraction through Oracle readings so that guidance of divine can decide what message is most beneficial for you when you see this. They're timeless, but so whenever you watch this video, there's a message in it for you. Okay. Like I said, this is oracle readings, but they're not your typical oracle readings. I don't tell your future. I tell you how to create your future. And these are just little steps along the way that will help you do that. Okay. All right. Let's see. See if we can make some fly out here. A lot of cards here. 3 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if that's enough. All right. Oh, got lots of interesting stuff here. I want to Okay, we have enough. Let's do this. Let me do a double check, make sure it's all on the camera. Yep, okay. Now, all of these may not be for you. One of them may be for you. All of them may be for you. Who knows? Take it or leave it, whatever resonates with you. Okay? So, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Okay? You have to envision it. That is your, I have to see it to believe it. Well, you may not see it around you, but if you use your third eye, that's your mind's eye, and imagine what it is, then you're seeing it, okay? See it in your mind's eye and see all the details. See the color, see the words on it, see the whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. You have to literally close your eyes, use your mind's eye, and envision it. And while you're envisioning it, touch it, hold it, acknowledge the color it is, acknowledge it. You know, if it's an event or something, pretend you're there. See yourself walking through, around, whatever it is that you're envisioning. Okay. Once you picture it and detail it like that, you are placing that order with the universe. You're putting it out there. You're telling the universe what to gather up. Okay. And if you can do that, if you can hold that picture in your mind by learning the laws of attraction, you can hold it in your hand or experience it as your existence, whatever it is you're trying to attract. Okay. But you got to see it in your mind. You got to imagine it. All right. Okay. Let's see here. You reap what you sow. What seeds are you planting? Okay. How's your life? Are you enjoying it? Is it a good life? Are you in a rough state? You having a hard time? You reap what you sow. Okay. If you're harvesting from plants, from seeds that you sown that were not good, then it's time to sow some seeds that are good. Okay. If you don't like what's going on, it's not because of what's going on around you. It's because of what you've put out. All right. If you plant seeds, if you plant weeds, you're going to get weeds. If you plant flowers, you're going to get flowers. You're not going to plant corn and harvest oranges, right? So it really is that simple. If you don't like what you're receiving, what's going on in your world, then the change has to start within. It has to start with what you are thinking about. If you're thinking about bad things, then guess what? You're harvesting bad fruit. If you're thinking about great things, then you're going to harvest great things. Somebody has a mindset right now that needs to hear this. If some things aren't going well, then the only way to change that is from within. You got to start inside, okay? The truth will set you free. Now, I like to say the truth is that you create your reality. And once you understand that you create your reality, then you have just been set free to create whatever you want. Once you understand that you create your reality just by the thoughts that you hold and the emotions that you put behind those thoughts, you bring to your experience exactly that. And once you understand that truth, you are then set free from the combines of reacting to outside forces. You get proactive and take control of your own thoughts and manifestations, and you become free to manifest whatever you desire. Okay? The truth is, you create your reality. And when you understand that and take control of that, you are free to create whatever you want. All right? No matter where in life you are, a simple change in perspective can change everything for the better. And it really, really can. Knowing this truth is already a simple change in perspective that can change anything. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're on the street right now. You can create a different thing, right? When you're building a house and putting that foundation down, if you adjust that angle just the tiniest little bit, at the other end it could be 2-3 feet out. It changes everything. Okay, so no matter where you are in your life, just change that little bit. Start thinking, start putting out to the universe that things can be better. Okay, and it can. It really can. Hey, this one goes with it. Gratitude is like magic dust. I sprinkle that stuff on everything. So no matter where you are in life, let's just say for the matter of purpose of this example, let's say you are out on the street. Pretty hard to find anything to be grateful for, isn't it? But guess what? You're alive. And although it may suck, you find gratitude for that. Start with that. When you wake up, even if it's in the middle of the night because you're cold, be grateful that the good Lord has kept you alive, because He knows that just a simple change in perspective can change everything. Gratitude is like magic dust, okay? Gratitude is a frequency, very high frequency, that attracts to it more things to be grateful for. So if the fact that you're alive is the only thing that you have great gratitude for, have that gratitude, and it will attract to you another reason to be grateful. And when you recognize that something else has come to you, think, oh, thank God, I thank God that person gave me a meal at Timmy's today. Like, that gratitude will put out to the universe gratitude energetic blocks that attract to it more gratitude, more reasons to be grateful. Okay. And I say sprinkle that dust on everything because it's like pixie dust. Okay. It's like fairy dust. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. I walk through my house. When I like to walk down into town and stuff. I'm just grateful for everything. I'm grateful for the butterfly that went by. I'm grateful for the puddle that I just stepped in because it made a funny splash. Not because it got my boots wet, but because it looked beautiful as the light reflected off that thing. Like there's so many different perspectives that when you sprinkle gratitude on everything and look at everything with the sense of gratitude for it, then oh my Lord, you just change that magnetic field that's emanating off you so much that more opportunities come to you to be grateful for. Okay. Gratitude can literally pick you up out of the streets. It really can. And somebody need to hear that, obviously. All right. Gratitude. Energy can only change form. You have the ability to do that. All right. You can't cancel out energy. You can't push it away and make it disappear. It only changes form. Okay? It's like clay. You can mold clay in your hands and make a statue of a dog and then squish it all up and make a statue of a cat, like, or whatever. Energy, it never goes anywhere. It just changes form. Right now, there is energy all around you in the form of oxygen, carbon dioxide, water, plasma, ether. It's all the ethers. It's a invisible, everything around it, every empty space, like right here in between their space, there is all this ether that is just full of potential energy to be used to create. Okay. So it doesn't go anywhere. It just changes form. Right now it's invisible. Okay. But when you charge that energy with your thoughts, it's still invisible, but it has changed form. It has become a magnetic field then that starts attracting to it more of what you've charged it with. All right. And you are a creator. Your body, hang on here. Your central nervous system is an electrical system. And as the electricity flows through you, it creates a magnetic field perpendicular to that flow, just like the hydro wires, okay? Just like the electrical wires out on the street. That's why people don't like the wires so close to them, because electricity, as it flows, creates a magnetic field, all right? So as the electricity flows through you, your thoughts, okay, determine the frequency of that electricity and determine the magnetic field that radiates from that electricity. Okay. And that changes the form of the energy that you choose. You have that ability to decide the form that energy takes. And when you make that decision, you attract to you things that have the same. So not too many people realize that they have this ability. Most of us are just on autopilot. We're reacting to other situations around us. But once you understand that we have the ability to change energy into whatever form we want, simply by our thoughts, you change from being reactive to your surroundings to being proactive to your surroundings. You then take control of your surroundings by creating the electronic fields and the magnetic fields that you desire to have around you just by your thoughts. Okay? Energy cannot disappear. It's always changing. And you have the ability to determine what it changes into. Okay? Matthew 7:7. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find it. Okay? So that is, again, this. When you're asking, you're putting it out to the universe. What you're asking for, you're putting out there. And then your emotion, energy in motion, determines your magnetic field and how strong it is. And that is the seeking, and ye shall find. So when you have that belief and emotion put into the electron, it puts the magnetic field out that is seeking more energy that matches it. Your magnetic field is the seeking. And when you put it out there, it will find it. It has no choice because it's magnetic, and it will attract to it matching magnetic fields. So it doesn't matter what you're asking. If you're putting out a bad magnetic field, you're going to attract and find more things like it. If you put out a positive magnetic field from your thoughts, determine that, it will go out from you and look for other matching things, and it will be drawn to you. Okay? It is a God-given ability. Your nervous system is your electrical system, and that is the divine spark within, the God-given divine spark within. And when you use it, well, it's always on. You can't stop it. But when you recognize that that is your ability and start actually utilizing it and being on top of what you're thinking all the time, then you can specifically ask for certain things, and your magnetic field will seek out and find it and bring it to you. Okay? Negative thoughts are not real until you believe them. So, like you reap when you sow, okay? You may put negative thoughts out there, okay? But unless you believe them, like sometimes we just shoot off at the mouth, but we don't put any energy behind it, okay? That belief is the energy. If there's no emotion behind it, there's no electrical fields behind it. Emotion is energy in motion. So if there's no emotion behind it, you don't believe the negative thoughts, okay, then it doesn't matter. They're just out there. They're not real to you. They're real to whoever else is thinking negative thoughts and putting energy behind it, the emotion, to make that magnetic field stronger and bring to it and seek it. Okay? So the belief is powering that magnetic field that seeks to bring it back to, bring other matching energies to it. Okay? So once you believe those negative thoughts, you have added the electricity to that magnetic field, and thus making it real to your experience because you've seeked it out and it has brought to you. But if you don't believe them, if you see other people placing negative thoughts on you and you're like, nah, that don't resonate with me, then it doesn't become your reality. When you believe it, you are putting out the matching magnetic fields and literally drawing it to you. So there you go. Negative thoughts are not real until you make it real, until you believe them. So don't believe it. All right? And this is very interesting. Okay? AI is just a copy of OI. Learn to reconnect. So there's lots to talk about AI out there, right? And it's such a grandiose a thing. Like you can punch into chat GPT and get an answer to anything. It just seems so incredible. But think about this. AI is what? Artificial intelligence. Well, anything that's artificial is a copy of something, usually the copy of an original. So AI is artificial intelligence, and it's a copy of original intelligence. Well, what is original intelligence? It's you, okay? It's you. Everything around us, like I said, is energy. And it's all energy from the thoughts that you've put out there, and the desires that you've put out there, and the emotions that you have put out there, and all of us interacting. See, AI, we train AI. When we are on the internet and we're communicating back and forth, AI is watching all of that, and it's learning from our communications and from the things we search and from the things we put out there. AI is learning from all of that. Well, it's learning from us. We are the original intelligence, and we are connected to source through our thoughts and our magnetic fields. Okay? AI is just copying us. We have just not been taught how to connect to original intelligence. They purposely didn't tell us. Okay? Did you learn that in school? That your nervous system was attached to an invisible field around you? I bet you weren't, because they didn't want you to know that we are connected to original intelligence. We are already there. We have telepathic abilities. We just never been taught how to use them. And that was by design, because they want us to be hooked to AI, artificial intelligence. Okay? Because as long as we are all connected to artificial intelligence, the powers that be, that didn't teach us about our original intelligence and our connection to source, they can control us that way. They can shut off AI. Through AI, they can control us. But most of us don't realize that AI is just a copy of original intelligence. And when we learn to reconnect through the power of our thoughts, through, like I say, if you ever thought, hey, I wonder what so-and-so's up to, and then next thing you know, they're reaching out to you and saying, it's been a while, or whatever. Like, I'm sure you've done that before, right? That is OI. That is you putting it out to the universe. And somebody at the other end, whoever you're thinking about, catching that electrical thing. Now, if we actually learn how to utilize that electrical field, we can telepathically talk on purpose to people. We can astral travel with our mind. We can do all these things that's considered woo-woo new age stuff. It's not woo-woo. It's all God-given light within us. The kingdom of God is within, right? The kingdom of God is within. That electricity is the divine spark that is connected to source. We've just been disconnected because we have been taught since the day we were born that there is no connection there. Don't be silly. That's not real. Well, it's invisible. So they get away with telling us it's not real, and we believed it because we can't see it. Well, you know what? You can't see the Wi-Fi of artificial intelligence, but you believe that, right? But you can't see it. So believe this, because it is much more powerful than this. It doesn't need modems and power stations and ones and zeros and all that stuff. It doesn't need any of that, because it's not a copy. It's the original. AI is a copy. It's artificial intelligence because it is a copy of original intelligence. And we are the original intelligence that are training AI. Okay? You don't have to. You don't have to wait until AI is all-knowing, because you are already all-knowing. You just need to learn how to reconnect to source energy that's all around you, to God's Wi-Fi. All right? There. Okay. So, earth signs. Hopefully something in here is something that you can utilize and needed to hear. Maybe you had an idea but weren't sure or whatever. Well, hopefully there's something here that will help you make that little change that changes everything 2 months down the road, 3 months down the road. Okay? Your whole life can change just by a simple mindset switch of belief that you are original intelligence. Okay? You and me and everyone we know. We are original intelligence. We're actually smarter than AI because we have access to source intelligence. Okay? AI doesn't have access to that. AI has to access it through us. Okay? We teach AI. We already know this stuff. We just don't realize it. So, here we go. All right. I don't know what else to say. That sums it up. So let's see what manifestation card we have for earth signs today. And hopefully said something here that triggers something. Your best bet, I pretend I'm a fairy a lot of times, and I'll sprinkle magic dust on everything. I love this, thank you for that, thank you for this, thank you for that, thank you for being so beautiful, thank you for that rock on the ground, thank you for the sunshine reflecting off that made it so beautiful. I mean, you can add gratitude to everything, and it makes everything just so wonderful. And all your experiences that attract to you because you are in a gratitude mindset will be things to be grateful for. And you just keep that cycle going. The more you recognize things to be grateful for, the more things that come to you to be grateful for. What a wonderful cycle to be stuck in, right? All right, let's see what we got here. Dun, dun, dun. Our natural state is joy, and it is. Okay? When we're born with joy. It's only all the stuff around us, it's society that has pounded down to joy, but we got to find it, okay? Let's see here. There you go, if you want to screenshot that. Your natural state is joy. When you're miserable, don't you feel as though every bit of energy has sucked out of you? It takes so much energy to think negatively and to feel miserable. To return to joy is so simple. All it takes is one positive thought, and then another, and then another. It attracts to it more positive thoughts, okay? And this is so true. When you're in a negative frame of mind, that's what depression is. Fear, anger, blame, they're all low vibrational thoughts. They're all what we call negative frequencies, okay? And they are draining because it's like you got a cork that floats on the water, okay? Negative is pulling that cork down. That takes energy to hold that cork down. It takes force. It takes energy. So it's draining. It uses energy to hold that down, okay? Let it go. If you let go of that cork, what happens? It pops right up to the top and floats on the surface, right? It doesn't take any energy. Just letting go of the negative is a first start. And that's where a lot of people will meditate, okay? Meditation is wonderful. Meditating is letting go of that cork and allowing it to pop to the surface again, okay? And then from there, you add joyful thoughts, joyful things, and it makes it lighter. It makes it float. It's like adding helium to it, okay? Because Okay, for an example, you ever been excited about something and you know it's coming? Like kids coming up to Christmas, for instance, they'll be so excited they can't even sleep. Sometimes you'll go a day or two without even sleeping because you're just so excited and motivated about something. Well, that's the positive energy. Okay, when you're excited about something, when you're joyful about something, you have all the energy in the world. You can go for days and just keep going because you're excited. That excitement is charging your battery. Your body is a battery. That excitement is charging you up. You can go forever. But when you're using energy, thinking negative thoughts is using energy, and it's pulling that cork down, and holding it down there, and it's draining you, and it's like having a short in the battery, and it just drains it completely. Okay, but you can turn that around just by a positive thought, a little bit of gratitude, sprinkle that dust on everything. Okay, you'll feel it may be slow at first because you may be down in such a low thing. If you're that low, meditate, let go. um, Google it if you have to on meditating. That's a whole nother video on how to meditate properly. But even just hold yourself in silence for a moment and chill out and close your eyes and focus on nothing. Like find a noise way off in the background that you can just keep drawing your mind to, so that you can zero out your thoughts. And by doing that, you're letting go of that cork that's held under the water and letting it pop back up so that you can start from zero again. Okay? So your natural state is joy. When you are born, that light is within you. If your heart is beating, you have that eternal flame within you, that God-given divine spark of electricity. It's there. It's joyous. And it just wants to experience more joy. So meditate if you have to. Let go of that cork. Let it pop back to the surface. Add a little bit of joy to it. Get the gratitude going. Bring yourself back up above water. When you're in a negative state, you can't even take a breath without it being hard. Okay, most people just sleep. Sleep is not meditating. Okay, just so you know, it's close. I mean, when you sleep, you do let go, but a lot of times when you wake up, you just grab a hold of the where you started off when you fell asleep, and you right back into the same depression. Okay, you have to let it go, and you have to make a point of when you come back to this reality. So whether you're waking up or coming out of meditation or whatever it may be, purposely reach for something that is not where you let go when you started. Okay, if you're in a bad thing, go have a nap or whatever, but when you wake up, purposely reach for a better feeling thought. Gratitude's a great way to do that. Okay, have something beside your bed or something that just makes you feel good, makes you think of a great memory. Maybe it's a picture of a loved one, or maybe it's, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Something that makes you feel good. Something that triggers thoughts of gratitude will help you start off your reawakening from your slumber in a more positive note. Okay? If you don't do that, 9 times out of 10, when you wake up, the last thing you thought of before you fell asleep will be the first thing that you grab hold of when you wake up. And you just start all over in the same cycle. And that's no fun. So let's make it fun, okay? Purposely reach out for something of a wonderful feeling so that you can start and get back to your natural state of joy. Because it is your natural state. We were meant to be joyful and abundant and everything. We were born as creators. Why? To create wonderful things. We just were never taught about our invisible body part. Okay? And that is our electronic field. I invite you to look in my channel and find the video, Your Invisible Body Part. Okay. That explains all about the electrical field that runs through you and how it creates magnetic fields. Okay. All right. So, Earth signs, I hope you found something in this that you can use and make work for you and create your futures. Come back and watch the daily secret snippet to just trigger thoughts every day if you want. Keep you in that knowing that you are in control of your existence and your experiences. All right, you have choices. You are original intelligence. You need to learn how to reconnect. All right, have a wonderful, blessed day. Like, subscribe for future videos, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you.